First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Detroit Lions. Chad Wyman to kick off. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 44 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
So nothing doing there. And it's 2nd down. The Lions at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. And nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
They'll look to throw again. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Rams will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
They'll take over first down.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement, because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. We'll go down to a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Rams.
Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he's going to have the Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
47-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. On the gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
5 yards.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
A gain of 9 yards.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Kraft. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Corum. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Corum is into the end zone. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown.
so important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. And here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start having a little more freedom. And let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Evans in punt formation.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting that 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Corum. Taken down at the 42.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s to score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To the right side and intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Gibbs is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, these are the situations that come up in practice and are talked about all the time. This is as tough as it gets for a defense. They've got to defend a very short field after that turnover. They're not home yet, but a really nice job there pushing them backwards on 1st and goal.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They get this out left. And he's going to get forward for a couple before he is banged down hard at the end.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 70. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Corum now on 1st and 10. They get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll set up a throw. They'll find Shaheed out to the right. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tucker Kraft as the first half is winding down. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Ryland up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And winds up just an incomplete pass, though.
And 10 yards to go.
line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? They'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. They're going to find his man, Kraft. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. For Kittle here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. Stops short. Down at the 1. Found a broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Williams again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown Rams.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work in the whole line and finish in the end zone.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Open man right side is St. Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That pass caught. It's Williams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now he's going to step up and run. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're in season players earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play
and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. That is caught by Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A give right side for Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll take this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down.
Back now at Ford Field.
1st and 10.
All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead.
35. Rams 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
That's good for Rams. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense that looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Corum. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Pass complete there to McCool. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here comes 2nd down at 5. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now 1st and goal. Williams is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Corum. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tucker Kraft, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The rookie from Texas looking sharp on that throw. He gets his guys a first down. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get it inside the 20. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back to throw. And to find the open man. That's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we'll take a break.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Here we go, first and goal. They'll run here with Corum. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.